name is Vincent Peck, and today I will be discussing for my research paper, Addressing Challenges of Hard-to-Staff Schools while focusing on teacher shortages, retention, and support. Introduction. The purpose of this research paper is to examine issues causing a school to be hard to staff, exploring ways to resolve those issues, rationale. School staffing have implications on student achievement. Chapel Heights Middle School, which is located in Montgomery, Alabama, serves a diverse student population with a significant focus on equity and inclusion. Under the leadership of Principal Dr. Aurelia Harrison, there's an emphasis on the importance of collaboration between the students, parents, and teachers. The student body comprises approximately 606 students, grades 6 to 8. The school's demographics are predominantly African American, and with about 67% of the students being Black, 26% Hispanics, 5% white, and 2% Native Americans. Nearly all students, which is 94%, are eligible for free or reduced lunch, reflecting a high level of economic need within the student population. The school is a part of the Montgomery Public Schools District and has a student-to-teacher ratio of approximately 20:1, which is higher than the state average. Connections to literature. According to Garcia and Weiss, 2019, low wages are some of the reasons for which teachers, for which schools are hard to staff teachers. Stress, as noted by Palika in 2022, is another reason. And then in 2024, teacher shortages. There was an article or policies. Other connections to the literature, the teacher pool, which is basically the pool of candidates available for hiring in the school system. Retention has to deal with being able to retain and keep those teachers who are already hired. And then poverty-stricken areas, Montgomery public school systems, within some areas of the school district, some areas are more poverty-stricken than others. Step 1, identify the problem. The problem is teacher shortage. Larger class sizes, schools struggling to hire enough teachers are often forced to increase class sizes, which can negatively impact student learning. Reduce quality of education. With fewer teachers, schools may resort to hiring underqualified staff or relying on substitute teachers, which can reduce the overall quality of education. Increase teacher workload. The shortage forces existing teachers to take on more responsibilities, exacerbating burnout and increasing turnover. Who are the stakeholders? Well, the purpose of this paper, within the school, the stakeholders are the students and the teachers, as well as faculty and staff and administrators. Parents. Parents face different stress when dealing with their kids. Those stresses can include being able to afford clothes, extracurricular activities, after-school health care because of their work schedule. And then some parents may overcompensate for their kids by placing them in a number of extracurricular activities. And then the community. As far as the community is involved, when there is poor education or poor turnout of student achievement, there's a very likelihood that property taxes may increase, and then there will become a low quality of the workforce or students available to enter the workforce. For this research paper, the task force included myself, school psychometrist and facilitator, Dr. Aurelio Harrison, principal, Maria Cassidy, 6th grade English teacher, and Sharonda Phelps, who's an accountability interventionist. Step 4, identifying limitations. The limitations of this research paper, firstly, were timing. Due to when the start of this research, most school districts had already hired their teachers. So that was a factor in not being able to choose from a pool of the better candidates available. And then funding. Funding is also an issue. Salaries are based upon a matrix as well as a teacher's educational background and experience. The more education and the more years of experience, the higher the salary. And then the last point is availability. That was a limitation. Most times when school districts are hiring, sometimes the better candidates go quickly. Pretty much like sports and the drafts. The better you are, then the more likely you are to be hired. Criteria for solutions, qualifications, that includes being able to hire teachers who have or may have advanced degrees or being dubbed as being highly qualified. Sustainable. Sustainability has to do with the funding. At one time, ESSA funds were available, and then COVID-19 funds, but that's not anything that's available now. So school districts need to look at different ways to being able to sustain funds and recruit better teachers. And then improvement of student achievement. Student achievement will be improved once highly qualified teachers are selected. When teachers are there long-term and committed, there's a better relationship between teachers and the students, and also teachers, they buy into the students, they show a love for them, a mutual respect, and as a result, student achievement is likely to increase. Steps 6, generate solutions. This will include recruiting, exploring intent. When we're looking at exploring intent, we're looking at being able to send out letters of intent to determine if the teachers that are already currently employed, if they plan on returning. This feedback is then taken into account to determine what needs may be or what needs may arise as far as teacher and staff, what positions may need to be filled. Improving the culture and professional development. These are all ways to better retain teachers. Step 7, solicit feedback. This is something that will be done in the future. As I discussed earlier, those intent forms for teachers and staff. Student surveys will be completed. Students will give feedback as to what they liked about school, what they didn't like, programs they would like to have, things that interest them that would probably make the learning experience better. There's also a staff survey. We talk about the safety within the schools, what type of professional developments may be needed. And then there's also the community survey, where stakeholders outside the parents and businesses get to share their input as to what they think would be, or what they think could help schools to be successful. Generate solutions, recruit, retain, and train. This will include seeking qualified candidates through job fairs, partnering with local colleges and universities to do job fairs, retain, soliciting feedback, and then train, providing training and assistance. This can be done through professional developments. Step 9, implementation. Assess the school's staffing needs, develop clear job descriptions, set a budget and resources, recruitment channels, internal and external hiring, screening and interview process, certifications and legal requirements, onboarding and orientation, professional development and growth, track and evaluate the hiring process, and adjust the hiring plan as needed. Evaluations. Evaluations are always ongoing. Like I said, assessments, evaluations are ongoing, whether those are formal or informal. Students are being assessed in and outside the classroom. We take that information, or that information will be taken to make decisions about education going forward for the next school year. And then I know we have what's called the school improvement plan. So this will address step 11, revise implementation plan. So January is the intent. We'll administer or disseminate those forms, get them back no later than April. We can make decisions as to whether we need 5 teachers or 1 teacher. June and July, actually go out and do the hiring process. Recruiting can start as early as January. Find out through partnerships with local colleges and universities what teachers are in the teacher ed program may be available. If they're on a track to graduate, to start them out with on-the-job training where they can shadow, or while they're doing their internships or practicums, shadow teachers, and they can decide if this is something that they want to do. So this can take place as early as January, and then May follow up through their graduation, and then June and July, the hiring process. Retention is ongoing. Please stay in contact with the teachers, see what's working for them, what's not working, be flexible, be understanding, just have open lines of communication, be transparent, and come up with incentives to make them want to stay on the job. References are listed. And the teacher leader standards that I focused on for this action research paper were C, learning environments. Number 1, collaborate with learners, families, and colleagues to build a safe, positive learning climate of openness, mutual respect, support, and inquiry. And then J, leadership and collaboration. 11, take on leadership roles at the school level and advocate for learners, the school, the community, and the profession. Thank you. If you have any questions, you may reach me at vpec.jsu.stu.edu or at vincent.peck@mps.k12.al.us.